Thanks, Sam. The Indiana swim and dive teams headed up to West Lafayette for one of their final meets before the Big Ten championships. For over a decade, the men's and women's teams have defeated Purdue, and this weekend they defended their streak by dominating them in their own pool. The Hoosiers swept the podium across the board with Quinn Henniger and Carson Tyler winning the 1-meter as well as the platform diving events. In the water, the Hoosiers swept the podium in the second heat of the individual medley with seniors Brendan Burns and Mike Cavillo finishing less than half a second apart. The Hoosiers continue to show how versatile they are with swimmer Mackenzie Lewis winning the 100 breast and the 400 free. The Hoosiers are fired up for their final meet against Louisville this weekend. Thanks, Joe. Last weekend, the Indiana men's tennis team traveled to Middle Tennessee State. Our men's tennis reporter Ben Polonsky has the recap. To keep up with the latest on the Indiana men's tennis team, follow along with Ben Polonsky, Kylie Corman, and Zeke Shapiro. Thanks, Brianna and Aiden. The Hoosier Highlight Athlete of the Week is women's volleyball player Maddie Saris. The sophomore outside hitter from Canada has had nothing short of an amazing season so far for the Hoosiers. Her 348.5 points in the season put her at 6th in the Big Ten, and her 3.7 kills a set have her at 5th. More importantly, this past weekend, she recorded 16 kills over the 25th ranked team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines. Only 2 days later, Saris piled up another 15 kills up in East Lansing to help propel the Hoosiers past Sparty. With Saris's play for the first time since 1989, yes, over 30 years ago, an IU volleyball team has won at Michigan and Michigan State in the same season. Hopefully Saris and the ladies can keep it up through their next two matches against Rutgers and Purdue. And that's all for Hoosier Highlight this week. Back to you at the desk. Hello, I'm William Stewart, and this is the Candy Stripe Calendar Report. Let's get right into all the IU sports action. On Friday, cross country has a Coaching Tree Invitational here in Bloomington starting at 10 a.m. At 2 p.m., the women's volleyball team sets off against Texas A&M in Bowling Green, Kentucky. And later on that evening, they face off against Tennessee Tech at 6. IU's field hockey team plays number 5, ranked in the nation, Iowa, at 5 o'clock in Iowa City, Iowa. And next, the women's golf team heads to Milwaukee, Wisconsin for the start of the Milwaukee Classic. Women's tennis is in Williamsburg, Virginia for the ITA Hall of Fame Classic. And men's tennis is in Durham, North Carolina for the Duke Bonk Invitational. And lastly, men's golf will be at Olympia Fields in Chicago for the Fighting Illini Invitational. On Saturday, IU football hosts Western Kentucky in an early slate game at noon. They're looking to top the Hilltoppers and extend their winning streak to 3. At 3:30, the women's volleyball team also plays Western Kentucky for ranked 21st in the nation. On Sunday, field hockey will host Longwood at 11 a.m. here in Bloomington at Tobias Field, and women's soccer hosts Penn State starting at 1. The men's soccer team will be out in Columbus, Ohio to take on the Buckeyes at 2. To round out Sunday, the women's golf team participates in the Badger Invite, which will take them through Tuesday the 20th. That's all for upcoming IU sports. For IUS TV Sports, I'm William Stewart. Have a good week, Hoosiers. It was a tale of two sides for this Big Ten opener here at Bar Coffin Field this afternoon. The Indiana pitching staff put the Hoosiers in a hole early. They walked 5 and allowed 6. Next thing you know, Ohio State was up 6-0 after the first inning. But the Indiana Hoosiers pitching staff fought back. They didn't allow a single run the rest of the afternoon.
Yeah, no, it was big. It was big. It was good to see Gabe Levy go out there, give us a hell of a performance, and just went out there and competed.
As for Indiana's offense, despite the rain, the wind, and the cold, they broke through just like the sun did. Brock Tibbetts got the party started with a bomb into right field, and the Indiana offense followed suit. There was no doubt in anyone's mind, including Jeff Mercer's.
You forget the details that led to the big inning. It's the 2-strike single the other way in the 4-hole. It's the full count walk, we lay off a full count breaking ball. It's, work, you get to a leverage count, and you stay on a double the other way. It's the little things. It's not, they don't just spot 2 runners and you hit a 3-run homer and everybody just gets the dog pile. You have to do the minuscule details to get to a position to even have an opportunity to have a big inning.
The Hoosiers' comeback victory. They win 14-6 over Ohio State, 1-0 in conference play, now 15-7 overall. They will have a doubleheader tomorrow at 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. For IUS TV Sports, I'm William Stewart. Farm Center in Urbana-Champaign, Illinois, as the number 6 in the nation, Indiana Hoosiers, look to take on the number 21 in the nation, Fighting Illini. Terry Morin is currently tied with the all-time wins record in Indiana Hoosier women's basketball history with Mr. Izzard himself. If she wins tonight, she breaks that record in 3 last seasons than Coach Izzard did. Now the young squad opposing Terry Morin is coached by Shauna Green. In her first season at Illinois, has raised their win total and doubled it. 15 wins compared to 7 just last season. This team's 8-1 since they lost in Assembly Hall back in Bloomington. It's going to be a tight one. It's going to be interesting today, folks. Join us on WIUX 99.1. The man behind the camera, the man from Champaign himself, Alex Hines and Riley Woodall are on the call. Join me and Charlie here at 7:45 for pregame. 15 minutes after, we'll get the tip-off.